Here we are on the opening bell, $1,800 put on the Google trade with that big super gap, and it makes that high there at resistance, everybody, as we can see it here on that opening bell. Oh yeah, 1753, 49.53 yesterday. He can get an extension there. And the $1,800 puts in the money. Yes, that's the one. 1800s. This is PantherQuant in action on the opening bell. And we have a 77 IR with this big gap. How to trade gaps and how to get order entries. These options were $77 yesterday. So what we're going to do is we're going to bid in and we're going to go ahead and we're going to learn how to do what? Work the bid and the ask. And we're going to trigger the algorithm. So while we have the uptick, he's 57.20 by 62.80. I'm going to see if I can't get hit, make the market only on two contracts, and I got billed. He's 62.60, and I just got billed at, we can see it right here. I triggered that bot. So, right there on Google, 60.50. Why did I have to do that? Because it's 57.90 by 62.40 on the ask, and it is. And we can go up and test higher, and we will put other lower bids below the market, as we always do. That's how you trigger an opening bell gap. Remember, the contracts were $77, and we just bought them on the first round, and our second round would be 51.6, as it will be. And then we'll put those limit orders there on the opening bell, as we did. And not only that, we can see they ask right now 63.50. That's what they're worth. Just because they say 57.80 on the bid doesn't mean anything. Anybody would like to buy it, any other market maker. But we triggered the algorithm and we're hit on the low of the day. And now that, once again, my friend, was used with PantherQuant, as it was, and how we got the entry in the first 11 minutes of the opening bell gap. So when we're using it, we can see the IR, we can see the value of each line is $2.70. And it will be mathematically sound. So from the opening bell gap, we went up 1, 2, 3 to the penny in the script. When that IR drops, then the put values here that we bought on the 1800s are 63.10. Just because they say 58.10, and this is what it looks like live. So they're 58.10. I can see all the markets, all the different ECNs, and you people that are trading options cannot see everything I see on the opening bell. And I know that. And I can preference orders and do things that you can't do, called direct access. But how do we use with the IR and each line with PantherQuant on the opening bell live? You can see it being triggered right now. Just got alerts on lower prices. So as we go through the 57.20 by 61.10 on the ask, and you can see it. Now, these are what the market makers are doing. Just because they drop the bid size doesn't mean anything. That's why I have bids out here already at 55.60.
Order cancelled.
And I'm going to move those limit orders down to lower prices, and then it's $56 by 61.10. That's what they're worth. 61.10. That's how wide the bid and ask is. And the retail trader doesn't know how to get in on those, but we do. And we have an algorithm with our Panther Quant at 100 IR on that opening bell. And we just made that high a 1756. So we can see the bid and ask is 265. You can see the volatility of the gap. And remember, it's 14 minutes in price gap. And we will continue to keep our lower orders below the market, which is 51.50. They're 53 by 59. You can see it $6 wide here on the opening bell, live in action, making a market, and how to steal the bid using the gap, using the Panther Quant. Now, remember, when the IR drops or goes up, like at 100, there he goes, and he'll drop the bids here. And the put options, we can see are 53 by 59, and they are. There it is, 53.20 by 53.8, and we can see it, and there it is. So here we are live in action on the opening bell with Panther Quant 88 IR. And if the IR drops, look at the red bar. This is live. And it's a 15-minute opening bell gap with Panther Quant. And then the options are live right here. Look at how wide that bid and ask is. We're market makers. We know how to trigger it. But the only way that we know how to trigger it and steal the low of the day is by using the IR is 82, and there's the red bar. There is no lag effect with Panther Quant. I'm going to go ahead and buy some more, and I will. And I will be buying them down here at the lows right now, live. So what we are going to do is move in. We're going to hit 53. I know how to trigger it. So I'm going to try to be the low of the day at 55.7. And then I'm going to try to trigger the algorithm by hitting transmit.
Order filled.
I got filled. But notice he'll drop it down with the IR. And I just got that alert. So we were able to trigger it. And then you can see right here where that bid and that ask currently is. It's going to drop down, and now it's 52.20 because we made that low print so we could make the market. So what we're going to do now at 52.40 by 55 is we're going to put some more limit orders there, and then we'll get back over to the Panther Quant, and we're going to go out there at $50.50. And as we do it live, we want you to see it being done because this is the way it's done. So, bam, bam, bam. Limit order gets out there. 52.50 is coming down to the low. 52.50 by 55.50. Who made that market at 55.50? We did as the market maker. That's why it's there. So now that we know that, we're going to go down below the market, hit submit at 50.50. Now we are with that live bid below the low of the day. So now that we're there, we're going to take a look at Panther Quant. Here it is at 51.6 now. And here's the IR. There's the high, 1762. We continue to make higher highs with that opening bell gap. You can see the diamonds live in action, which are algorithms, mathematical. So when the diamonds are popping up, that's an algorithm. It's a machine that is being used in the exchange model. Now we can see it's 51.6 by 55.3. And this is live on that opening bell, as it says, $1,800 puts. Still in them at the lows at 51.6 by 55.3. Look at all the different ECNs that you retail option traders do not have. So, if you want to change your ways and steal the bid by using PantherQuant, using the IR, using the highs, using the lower bids, and we're going to put some more bids out there. But remember, when the IR drops, then the ask will go higher. You can see it here. It's live. He's at 86 IR. Each line is 270. $2.70. It'll be mathematically when the diamonds pop. As you see the diamonds popping, that is how you can be in control of the market with the Panther Quant live on the opening bell. Yes. And we can see the IR now at 83. It's no longer at 100, and you can see it. Look at the double diamond reversal. Ooh, 79. I stole that bid. And now it's still 52 now by what? 55. So what are we going to do? We're going to do the following. We're going to go ahead and add to the position. And we will. And what we will do is we'll make sure that you can see that position there. It's 52.10 by 55.50 right there. And the IR on that opening bell to steal that low print. Remember, these contracts were at $77. I am not retail. I am making that market. And what we are going to do is we're going to get right down there and get dirty with it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So, as we get ready, I'm going to place that bid based on using the Panther. And now it's 78 IR. This is the opening bell. Now, for me to get hit here, what am I going to do? I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I got to get above that guy. I'm going to try to steal the what? Oh boy, watch that IR. You see it. It's 53.10 by 56.80. Now, let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 54.60. I'm going to try to trigger the algorithm because I can use the ECNs. I'm direct to the floor. You're not. Do you want to change your raise? Fine enough. There he is, 54.6. I'm going to do what? I'm going to say, bingo. I'm going to trigger it. Do I get hit? There it is, 54.6. You can see it. Watch. Go.
Autofilled.
There. We just took it at 54.6. He's 52. Now, the IR is at 81. The IR, if it goes higher, then the bids will stay at 52 by 56.30. They're $4.30 wide. Retail option traders. The only way you're going to know how to get this limit order is with the Panther Quant. We just made the highs. There's that reversal high of the opening bell. That was what we call a gap open up, runaway gap open up at $52 a contract by 55.70. Now, when that IR drops right here, it's at 78, then that will go higher and that will go higher. And Panther Quant will not lag price. We are the market makers. Look at how smooth it is. And these are the super lows of the day right now, live, in action. Remember, the contracts were $77. Yes, and we have made those highs. And yes, you could see the diamond. Now watch the diamonds. The diamonds are algorithm. We designed it where it's easy to use. Oh, how easy it is. And how easy it'll be. We're at 51.6 now by 54.9. And we're still looking at how we're going to scale in. And we're building that 1,800 put. Now, remember, the $1,800 put is deep in the money. And the deeper in the money, That's why these contracts were marked down from $77 down to 51.60 by 54.90. And it's all based on the Panther Quant. As you see, when the IR goes higher, the bids drop. It does not lag price. 51.6 by 54.8. And I can see the complete market. And this is what we do. And we have lower bids down here. We're going to be down here where those lower prices for another entry, because now, as you can see, when the IR is at 98, that will be the very low price of the day, as it will not lag, and it will not. And it's 51.6 by 54.6. Remember, it's the ask on the option. And we're using a 90 IR, and there we are. When that drops, then the prices won't go lower and will be the low of the day. Out of all the market makers in the world, we are the low print, and 51.60 is right there, and there's 54.6 right there. There's an 84 IR right there. When the IR declines, you start to hold the value. As the Panther Quant says, the IR goes lower, that supports your trade. So we are at a top. Each line is $2.70. Pure mathematics. 1, 2, there was 3 teenies. There is 4 teenies times 270 with the 94 IR. And we're live in the market. And we're going through the bid and the ask. If this is what you want to be, and you do want to have a Panther Quant that controls your option trading and the pricing controls, then you're welcome to join us. Take the free 5-day trial. This will not lie, and it will not. And each line, it's here, it's waiting for you. Now, redeem it and move forward, as today is your new beginning. And then being able to have control and having a Panther Quant that just dropped, mathematically, each line is 277. I'm at a 77 IR. Whoa! There was a pop. Look at that. Look at those. Whoa! Look at that volatility. 65 IR. Watch. 52.20. Look at that volatility. Each line. It's $2.70 in Panther Quant. 1, 2, to the penny, times 270. If we go below 65 IR, then the value of the option, look, it's 57.60 by 53.10, and I sold it here on that opening bell. Now, they were $77. Hey, I'm wholesale. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think so. Look at the IR. It's at 60. This is live. It's at 58.10. Today's your new beginning. It's mathematical. 1, 2, to the penny. Look at those triple diamonds. Those are algorithms selling below the what? The bid. We made the high. Look at that volatility. We're doing it together. This is live. 58.10 now by 53.30. They're worth 58.10. That's what the market maker has them to sell for. These people and these other market makers over here. And I'm going to teach you how to be a market maker with Panther Quant. Quant is the market maker. Panther Quant. Look at that. He just dropped that IR below 55. I'm at 59.50. Now, I will be making a lot of money, and I did this live. You can see that bid and ask. You can see that 52 IR. You can see those quad triple diamonds in the Panther Quant. Each line, 1, 2, 3, times 270 to the penny. If we drop below that for 61 IR, look at what he did. He's right there at that diamond. And This is the opening bell with the PantherQuant with the live trades 54.30 by 58. How we went up, how the IR has to drop below 55, how we have to break below these diamonds, how to trade the opening bell gap, and this is called opening bell runaway gap high reversal, is what we did with Panther Quant, and then we stole the low of the day. The low of the day is 54.60. That's my print. Yes, it is. I am the low. They were $77. Panther Quant is the one that did the glory of your day, new day, new beginning, a new way. Your way doesn't work. This way, it's 54, 55, 58, 20. I could see the whole market. I stole that bid. I used that IR. I used that script. It's pure mathematics. 1, 2, 3 times 270 to the penny with the 65 IR. We know we can't go lower. We know we can't go lower if we can't go below 55 IR. 54.40 by 58.10. Who's in control? We are. We are. We stole the low of the day. And it could go lower. We got a little lower prices out there, but Panther Quant will be the guide, just as you witnessed it. And it's here, it's now, it's live. And this is for all our new trainees, all of our new trainees, how to trade 11/11 2020 Google opening bell gap, referred to as the opening bell runaway gap to the highs, getting the entries, what the bid and ask spread and options are, direct access trading, order management, order entry management, stealing the bid, Panther Quant, 60 IR, red bar. I'm not guessing. I'm in control of the market. Do you want to be in control of the market, or do you want the market to control you? Please let me know and update me when you get in your what? Free 5-day trial.